Some military trucks are so massive, so powerful, and so loud that they seem to defy the very laws of engineering. Built to cross swamps, deserts, war zones, or even carry nuclear missiles, these machines were designed for one purpose, only to go where no regular vehicle would ever stand a chance. We're talking about trucks that weigh over 200 tons, take up 2 full highway lanes, and haul warheads capable of wiping entire cities off the map. And the most surprising part, many of them are still in service today. What you're about to see is a journey through the 10 most outrageous military trucks ever built. Machines so extreme that honestly, it feels like they should be illegal. Stick around because the number one on this list will leave you speechless. Kraz 255B. The Kraz 255B is one of the most rugged and durable military trucks ever built by the former Soviet Union. Manufactured in Ukraine, starting in the 1960s, it quickly became a symbol of brute strength, mechanical simplicity, and absolute reliability in the harshest environments. This truck was designed to operate where almost nothing else could. It runs on a 14.9-liter V8 diesel engine, producing around 240 horsepower. That may not sound like much, but its high torque output makes all the difference. It can tow over 40 tons through rough terrain, deep mud, or steep mountain paths. The transmission is a simple 5-speed manual built to handle brutal usage. The 6x6 drivetrain, reinforced axles, and heavy-duty leaf spring suspension with dual shock absorbers give it solid traction and stability even at full load. There are no complex electronics here, just tough purpose-built engineering made to last. At around 9 meters long, the Kraz has an intimidating physical presence. The cabin is basic with seating for 2 and only essential instruments. Massive tires, wide fenders, and a reinforced frame make it clear this is a machine built for serious work. The engine sound is loud and metallic rumbling with raw diesel power. It was widely deployed to transport artillery light tanks, mobile bridges, and fuel. During the Soviet-Afghan War, it became legendary for reaching mountain trails and narrow paths that other vehicles couldn't handle. Its simple mechanics also made it easy to repair in the field with limited tools. Even today, many Kraz 255Bs remain in service across rural Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and other parts of Central Asia. Civilian versions are used in mining and logging. Some reports mention units logging hundreds of thousands of kilometers without major overhauls. One well-known story involves a military convoy trapped for days in a blizzard in Kazakhstan. When all seemed lost, only the Kraz trucks managed to escape under their own power, even towing damaged vehicles along the way. And if that sounds like the definition of toughness, wait until you see the next machine. It takes a completely different approach using cutting-edge engineering to conquer the battlefield. Tatra Force T815-7. The Tatra Force T815-7 is one of the greatest achievements of Czech military engineering. Built by the historic Tatra trucks, this vehicle represents decades of evolution in off-road heavy-duty machines. It was designed from the ground up to deliver extreme durability, modularity, and adaptability to a wide range of combat and logistical missions. Under the hood, it's powered by a 12.7-liter Tatra V8 engine producing over 440 horsepower. This engine is paired with a 14-speed automatic transmission that balances power and fuel efficiency. But the real innovation lies in the chassis, a central spine frame with independent swinging half axles, a Tatra trademark. This system ensures all wheels stay in contact with the ground, even on the most uneven terrain, delivering unmatched off-road performance. The drivetrain varies depending on the configuration, ranging from 6x6 to 8x8 and even 10x10. Every version includes fully independent suspension, allowing the truck to tackle steep slopes, snow, mud, or sand with stability and control. The electronic traction system adjusts torque in real time to each axle. Visually, it has a clean, no-nonsense look. The forward-placed cab can be armored and fitted with CBRN protection, and it's large enough to carry up to 5 personnel comfortably. Inside, everything is designed for combat functionality with accessible controls and military-grade electronics. The engine tone is deep and smooth, more refined than American or Russian counterparts, but just as powerful. The T815-7 is used for transporting light tanks, artillery pieces, fuel bridge units, and troops. It's known for exceptional performance in harsh environments like mountain ranges and Arctic zones. In field tests, it conquered 40-degree inclines with full payload and no external assistance, a feat that impressed even NATO observers. Several countries, including Israel, India, and the UAE, have evaluated or adopted versions of the Tatra force, appreciating its modular design and rugged build. Some variants have even served as mobile missile launch platforms and command centers. Now let's head to Germany to meet a machine that blends brute strength with surgical precision. MAN SX45. Designed and manufactured by the German company MAN, the SX45 is a high-mobility military truck that delivers both raw power and precise engineering. Developed in the early 2000s to meet NATO standards, it's used by the German Army and several Allied forces for missions requiring heavy logistic support under harsh conditions. The heart of this vehicle is a MAN D815-7, 4-liter V8 diesel engine producing up to 680 horsepower. It's paired with a 12-speed automatic transmission and features an 8x8 all-wheel drive system with differential locks for optimal traction. Independent suspension with reinforced shocks allows for stable handling over rough terrain even when fully loaded. The SX45 stands out with its clean, functional design. The cab sits high and forward and can be armored for battlefield operations. Inside, there's seating for up to 5 soldiers and an array of integrated digital controls, communications equipment, and optional battlefield navigation systems. The engine hums with German efficiency, powerful yet refined. This truck handles a variety of roles from fuel and ammunition transport to hauling artillery containers or modular command units. It's especially valued for its compatibility with NATO logistics systems and rapid deployment capability. One major advantage is its air transportability. The SX45 can be flown aboard C-17 Globemaster aircraft without full disassembly, allowing quick insertion into remote missions. In recent NATO joint exercises, it performed flawlessly across snow-covered trails, muddy slopes, and gravel roads. Another interesting fact is its relatively low maintenance demand. Thanks to standardized MAN components, for militaries seeking long-term performance with lower logistics, the SX45 has become a favorite. Next up is one of the most versatile machines ever produced by the U.S. military. A workhorse with multiple personalities depending on the mission. HEMTT 8x8. When it comes to versatility, few desert trucks come close to the Oshkosh HEMTT. Originally built for military logistics, the HEMTT quickly became a favorite for off-road missions in harsh desert conditions. It's not just powerful, it's multifunctional. It can haul refuel, tow, and even operate as a mobile repair shop. It runs on a Detroit diesel 8V9, 2TA 12-liter V8 engine, producing 445 horsepower and 1,700 Newton-meters of torque. Despite the heavy-duty build, it can carry up to 11 tons of payload through rough terrain. It tops out around 62 miles per hour, but its real strength lies in its consistency under load. The 8x8 drivetrain and reinforced independent suspension help it power through sand-sharp inclines and dry riverbeds, common obstacles in deserts like the Sahara or the Sinai. Its automatic transmission helps reduce driver fatigue on long missions by making operations smoother under extreme conditions. Its military look is unmistakable: flat front, wide modular body, and rugged design. But what might surprise you is how many of these trucks have been turned into full-on expedition rigs by hardcore overlanders. There are custom-built motorhomes based on the HEMTT that have crossed the Namib Desert, the Australian outback, and even Patagonia. Outfitted with solar panels, extra fuel tanks, and living quarters, these trucks become self-sufficient mobile bases able to stay isolated for days or even weeks. HEMTTs have even been used on major film sets to carry equipment into remote desert locations. Always reliable, always tough. Blown away by the HEMTTs mobility. Then buckle up. The next truck takes things to another level with 10 driven wheels that make getting stuck nearly impossible. Oshkosh M10701HET. When the United States Army needed a truck capable of transporting the M1 Abrams tank safely and efficiently, the answer came in the form of the Oshkosh M1070A1HET. This vehicle was developed to be the most powerful heavy equipment transporter in the U.S. military fleet. Built for extreme logistics and tactical transport under the harshest conditions, it features a Caterpillar C18 diesel engine with 18 liters of displacement producing 700 horsepower. It's paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission designed to handle enormous loads without compromising performance. The drivetrain is 8x8 with an intelligent torque distribution system, and the reinforced suspension includes heavy-duty springs and shocks, allowing the truck to operate on rough terrain without issue. It can reach speeds of up to 72 kilometers per hour or about 45 miles per hour. At over 10 meters long, the M1070A1 stands out for its rugged look, a tall cab, optional armor, and massive wheels. The engine sound is deep and steady, yet smooth, a perfect match for a vehicle built for long-range hauling under pressure. The cab seats up to 6 personnel and includes air conditioning filtration systems for contaminated environments and even protection against light blasts. This truck is used to transport tanks, armored vehicles, and missile systems. It played a crucial role in operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, where it helped move Abrams tanks across urban zones and desert terrain without putting extra stress on their tracks. Its reliability also drastically reduced mission downtime during long-distance hauls. During a military exercise in the Arizona desert, a single M1070A1 successfully hauled 2 M1 Abrams tanks in a convoy weighing over 130 tons. The operation was completed without overheating or mechanical failure, a feat very few trucks in the world could match. And hey, if you're enjoying this journey through the world of military giants, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. That tells YouTube you're into this kind of content and helps more people discover these incredible machines. And if this one already impressed you, the next truck is a Soviet classic that once pulled tanks through terrain where even farm tractors couldn't pass. MAZ-7. The MAZ-537 is one of the most legendary heavy military tractors ever built by the Soviet Union. Introduced in the late 1950s, it was specifically designed to tow heavy tanks, missile systems, and oversized military equipment across regions with little to no infrastructure. At its core is a massive 38-liter V12 diesel engine producing approximately 525 horsepower. While horsepower figures alone don't tell the full story, the enormous torque output allowed the MAZ-537 to tow loads exceeding 50 tons with relative ease. Power is delivered through a multi-speed manual transmission paired with a full 8x8 drivetrain. Reinforced torsion bar suspension gives the truck the durability needed for extreme environments. Physically, the MAZ-537 looks like a tank disguised as a truck. It measures around 9 meters in length and features a compact armored cab with seating for 2. The engine emits a raw metallic roar that intensifies under load. Its wide tires, squared-off body, and heavy frame project pure mechanical aggression rather than elegance. The MAZ-537 was widely used to transport tanks such as the T-55 and T-72, as well as rocket launchers and heavy artillery. Its performance in harsh climates made it indispensable in deserts, frozen steppes, and mountainous terrain. During the Soviet-Afghan War, it became known for hauling damaged armor across destroyed roads where other vehicles failed. Even decades later, some MAS 537 units remain in service in civilian roles throughout Russia and Central Asia. In one well-documented incident, a single MAS 537 was used to pull a derailed locomotive back onto the tracks in a remote region of Siberia. And while the MAZ 537 delivered raw pulling power, its successor added versatility and became a symbol of Soviet military might on parade grounds around the world. MAZ 543. The MAZ 543 is one of the most recognizable military trucks ever produced by the Soviet Union. Developed in the 1960s by the Minsk automobile plant, it was designed as a mobile platform for ballistic missiles such as the Scud-B and multiple rocket launcher systems like the BM-30 Smerch. Its long, distinctive shape became a common sight in military parades during the Cold War. This vehicle is powered by a V12 diesel engine producing around 525 horsepower paired with a heavy-duty manual transmission. Full 8x8 all-wheel drive and reinforced suspension with dual shock absorbers allow it to carry loads exceeding 60 tons while maintaining stability. Despite its size, it can reach speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. The MAZ 543 measures roughly 13 meters long and nearly 3 meters wide. Its twin cab design sits forward on the chassis with small narrow windows that resemble a mobile command post. The engine produces a deep, steady rumble similar to that of a marine diesel engine. 8 large tires distribute weight evenly, allowing the truck to move across mud, sand, and snow. Beyond missile transport, the MAZ 543 served as a base for mobile radar systems, air defense units, and command vehicles. This versatility extended its service life well into the modern era, with some units still operating in Eastern Europe today. The truck became so iconic that it appeared in films, documentaries, and even specialized civilian roles such as industrial firefighting. In testing during the 1980s, it reportedly traveled more than 500 kilometers through desert conditions at full load without technical stops. If you think this was impressive, the next trucks on the list move from logistics and firepower to something even more extreme: mobile nuclear platforms that push engineering to its absolute limits. KZK T7428 Rusik. The KZK T7428, also known as Rusik, is a heavy military tractor developed in the 1990s in Russia. It was designed to tow tanks, large missile systems, and other oversized equipment through rough terrain. Built by KZKT, this vehicle became a key asset for the Russian military's logistics and recovery operations, especially when dealing with loads over 80 tons. Under the hood is a powerful 12-cylinder diesel engine producing approximately 650 horsepower. It's connected to a multi-speed manual transmission built for endurance and control. The truck uses an 8x8 all-wheel drive system and a leaf spring suspension with stabilizers, allowing it to operate in mud, snow, and mountainous terrain with consistent traction and stability. The Rusik stands out with its rugged appearance. It features 8 oversized wheels, a high-set cab, and a long flatbed capable of carrying enormous military loads. The engine sound is metallic and constant, echoing through open landscapes like a mobile factory. Inside the cab is basic but functional, with traction control switches and weight indicators for heavy haul missions. Its primary use is to recover disabled tanks, tow missile systems, and transport artillery to forward positions. One of its most notable demonstrations came during a military exercise where a single KZKT-7428 successfully towed 2 T-72 tanks across steep, uneven terrain. No other vehicle in the fleet could complete that mission. Its raw strength, simplicity, and reliability make the Rusik a vital part of Russian heavy transport. But what comes next is even more strategic. Let's take a closer look at a machine designed to move nuclear missiles under complete secrecy. MZKT-79221. The MZKT-79221 is the modern evolution of Soviet-era missile transporters and one of the most strategic trucks in Russia's current defense infrastructure. Built by MZKT in Belarus and introduced in the early 2000s, it was developed specifically to carry the RS-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile, a cornerstone of Russia's mobile nuclear arsenal. It's powered by a V12 diesel engine generating around 800 horsepower, paired with a multi-stage automatic transmission. The vehicle features a 16x16 drivetrain, meaning all 16 wheels are driven, and a fully independent suspension system that allows it to traverse rough, undeveloped terrain while carrying over 100 tons of payload. Measuring approximately 22 meters in length, the MZKT79221 is a true colossus. It carries its massive missile horizontally in a sealed launch container. The truck's cabin can house 3 crew members and is often armored. Rear axle steering enables surprising maneuverability for such a large vehicle. On the move, it produces a deep, low-frequency engine note that blends into the terrain, ideal for stealth mobility. This vehicle plays a key role in Russia's nuclear deterrent strategy. Its ability to keep strategic missiles mobile and hidden in remote forests makes it extremely difficult for adversaries to detect or target them. During a known military drill, one of these trucks operated for days, deep in wooded terrain, without being picked up by satellite surveillance. Exactly what it was built to do. If you thought that was the peak of military logistics, wait until you meet the ultimate Soviet prototype, a vehicle so extreme it looks like something straight out of science fiction, but it was real, functional, and unlike anything else. MAZ 7907. Imagine a truck so large it looks more like a moving train than a vehicle. That's the MAZ 7907, a Cold War-era Soviet experiment in extreme military engineering. Developed in the 1980s by MAZ in Belarus, it was designed to carry intercontinental ballistic missiles like the RT-23 with a total payload exceeding 100 tons. What makes it even more fascinating is its propulsion system. It uses a GTD-1000TF gas turbine engine, the same one used in T-80 tanks, generating 1,000 horsepower. That turbine powers an electric generator, which feeds 36 individual electric motors, one for each of the vehicle's wheels. The result is an electric drivetrain, unlike anything else in military history. The MAZ 7907 measures 28 meters in length, nearly 4 meters in width, and weighs over 200 tons, fully loaded. It features independent hydropneumatic suspension on every axle and full-time all-wheel drive, allowing it to traverse swamps, frozen tundra, and dense forest without relying on roads or rails. Visually, it's overwhelming, part transport, part fortress. The engine sounds more like a jet than a truck, and its sheer size gives it an undeniable presence. It was built to move through terrain that no other vehicle could handle, carrying nuclear weapons in near-total isolation. Despite its technical feasibility, the MAZ 7907 never entered full production. The complexity of the system and the collapse of the Soviet Union ended the project prematurely. Only one prototype was completed, and today it remains a museum piece. A massive relic of a time when the race for military dominance pushed engineering to the absolute edge. The MAZ 7907 successfully covered more than 100 kilometers while carrying a full load through deep mud without outside assistance, a feat still unmatched by most modern vehicles. These trucks are more than just machines. They're symbols of power, resilience, and the extremes of human engineering. Built to operate in war zones, natural disasters, and the most inaccessible regions on Earth, they stand as proof of what's possible when durability and mission come before all else. Now tell me, which of these monstrous machines would you want to see up close? Which one do you think truly crosses the line of what should even be allowed on wheels? And if you had to choose just one to cross the world with no roads, which would it be? Leave your answers in the comments. I read them all. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Titan Factory, and hit the bell icon. It helps the channel grow and tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. New videos every week featuring the most incredible machines to ever conquer snow, ice, mud, and chaos.